Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. There are a lot of people selling the bottom on XRP right now. It's sad. You know, I see people giving up every single day on X. I just sold my XRP. I'm in this now, or I'm in that now. Those same people are going to come rushing back to XRP later. You don't want to be that guy. But you know, people selling the bottom because of the price action, they're selling at the worst possible moment. We are about to take off on XRP. You want to be holding when that happens. And it is sad because a lot of other people are selling because they're listening to the FUD as well. Why is Binance saying we will continue to support Ripple in their investigations and their efforts to retrieve back the funds if the wallets compromised are Chris Larson's personal wallets? I know I'm going to get a lot of FUD accusations, but someone should ask the question. And it's just the way Binance wrote this up. After finding out early on about the exploit that occurred at Ripple, we're happy to say that Binance team has managed to freeze $4.2 million worth of XRP stolen by the exploiter. We appreciate both the community's efforts in flagging it to the exchanges. As always, they did a great job, and Ripple's teamwork in collaborating with us. We will continue to support Ripple in their investigations and their efforts to retrieve back the funds, including closely monitoring the majority of the funds still in the exploiters' external wallets in case they deposit to Binance. But I think it's just the way they wrote it up. We know that it was Chris Larson's wallets. Brad even confirmed that yesterday. The theft wallet was activated by Ripple itself yesterday. This comes from Mr. Huber. In fact, every single of these theft wallets was activated by Ripple. So I guess the thief also had access to Ripple wallets, being able to create these, and it shows you the wallets and the account information. So somebody said Mr. Gupta's farewell FU. He wanted to make a dent in the universe. But you know, I don't know if this was an inside job. I don't know what happened here 100%. Nobody really does. And everybody's still speculating on this. And you know, maybe at some point we will get the answers. But I think they're going to definitely find out who did this because everything is recorded on the blockchain. Maybe Chris fell for the Ripple Brad Garlinghouse AI scam giveaway, and he scanned the QR code on the screen to double his holdings. It's a very realistic video, just saying. And this is that video right there. And this is a blatant scam. If you see this on YouTube, do not click on this. They're not going to double your XRP bag. This is also a scam. There's no Ripple airdrop either. And I point that out a lot because I would have thought by now YouTube would have got rid of those ads. I would have thought X would have got rid of those ads as well. But you know what? I think they let these ads run because it's part of the massive shakeout that's happening right now. Price dipping, scams everywhere. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of people are still falling for these scams. Somebody has to pay for these ads. Or maybe they're getting paid for by the same people that want you out of your XRP. Don't fall for the scams. We're way too close now. Boom, yesterday, Ripple has conducted a presentation for the Digital Pound Foundation based on paper CBDCs, the digital evolution of money, positioning the XRP ledger as a key technology for its implementation. Like I said, they're fast tracking the digital pound as well. They're on track with the digital euro. And like I said in yesterday's video, the digital dollar's coming next. Here we go, Digital Money Summit coming this year. Ripple and Algorand is going to be there. You know, whenever they have digital money summits or they have CBDC talks, you ever take notice? Ripple is always there. They're pretty much telling you straight to your face that XRP is going to be moving the world's money. And you need to pay attention to that. People still just aren't getting it. You know, they'd rather sit and FUD all over XRP than to see the big picture of what's really going on. XRP Ledger's lead developer, West Wind, reveals game-changing strategy to rival Ethereum's dominance in the crypto space. He's talking about hooks that's coming. Despite the tension, recent statements from Wind suggest a nuanced perspective. Acknowledging Ethereum's current dominance, Wind remains optimistic about XRP Ledger's potential to challenge the status quo. As XRP Ledger works to bridge the gap with Ethereum, Wind's strategic vision positions XRP as a contender in the blockchain arena. You know, once we get hooks, I think that's going to be absolutely game-changing. That's going to bring a lot of projects, even from Ethereum, over to the XRP ledger. And I think that's coming soon. And I've seen it talked about multiple times. And other networks are going in this direction as well. Stellar's going in this direction. Hedera's going in this direction. They're all coming for Ethereum, is what I'm saying. Records reveal Ripple CEO met with senior Trump administration official in 2018. Now, we've seen this talked about a lot, and this is part of the reason why I think Ripple was there. There's clearly a lot of homework going on. The White House, in particular, seems to be thinking about what it means to have 80% of Bitcoin mining taking place in China, and the majority of Ether mining taking place in China. When you look at XRP, there is no mining. So from a foreign control aspect or from an environmental aspect, XRP is a very different beast. And in conversations we've had with the administration, they seem to get that and think that might matter. We're in regular talks throughout Washington, and we meet with regulators as well as politicians. We've got a whole team that's devoted to doing that, not just in the U.S., but worldwide. Now, remember whenever I mention BRICS, and there may be them utilizing RippleNet and XRP, people always said, you know, why would China choose to work with a U.S. company? Well, the same goes here in the U.S. as well. You know, if Ripple's a U.S. company, of course, Donald Trump would have pushed for Ripple to come out as the winner. But I think over time, and since Trump didn't win the last election, and we ended up with Biden, and now we're looking at it a much different Ripple now. Ripple became a global company, but it wasn't because of that alone. It was also because the SEC sued Ripple here in the U.S., forced them to grow everywhere else but here inside the United States. And this could be why this is happening right now. Coinbase and Ripple are among the largest donors to a super PAC that aims to support pro-crypto politicians, Bloomberg reported on January 31st. So I think Brad and Coinbase as well is pushing money in this direction. And I even see people on X now saying, I'm going to vote with my wallet this time around. Because people want to make money off of crypto. And as long as they keep trying to crush crypto here in the US, crypto will always be held back here. And maybe Brad and Coinbase are pushing in this direction because they want change with this administration. You got to remember, Gary Gensler is still going to be the head of the SEC as long as this administration is still in control in the White House. That's why I said crypto should be on the ballot this year in the coming elections. Breaking, a bug has been discovered in the AMM that will lead to possible delays. So it looks like the AMM will be delayed until a later date. Chair Gary Gensler's SAB 121 has virtually blocked banks from serving as custodians of digital assets. Today, Representative Wiley Nickel, Senator Loomis, and I introduced resolution to repeal SEC Gov's terrible bulletin. SAB 121 days are numbered. It's time for it to go. And you know, if the institutions here in the United States, the banks, got involved with digital assets, I think a lot of people would start investing through the traditional banks once again. And I think some people realize that's exactly what would happen. But I think they even pushed it. I think this administration and through the SEC pushed digital assets away from the banks because they want the banks to fail. They want them to collapse. It's part of the Great Reset agenda. But if the banks got, involved with digital assets once again, it could possibly save the banks. And here's an update on the settlement likelihood in SEC versus Ripple, coming from Johnny Deaton. Take a listen.
The one thing I can say, and what's this mean for XRP? It means that I don't think there's any talks of settlement. And I've said that for a long time now. They're just not. This is still scorched earth litigation, even in the remedy stage. I don't believe there is. That doesn't mean it won't happen. That doesn't mean that it can't be a phone call and come together rather quickly. It doesn't matter that if there's a ruling from this judge and the SEC thinks that they can get more from Ripple in a settlement than she might rule. Maybe that'll make them come to the table because then they can spin it versus getting another ruling that embarrasses them as an organization. So I'm not saying settlement can't happen or won't happen. I'm just saying, updating you all, that it's not happening today.
So it's not happening today. I still think it's going to wrap up by summer. And if that happens, I think we're going to be looking at a much higher priced XRP this coming summer. And it all comes down to if Brad is willing to settle with Gary. And there's no way Brad's going to pay that $770 million that Gary's asking for. I think he wants to get that number way down from where it's at right now for that to happen. But I know for sure it's going to wrap up in 2024. Everybody sees it coming already. And you know, it's been a pretty much sham from day one. It's been all about delaying Ripple and XRP. But I think now the banks are almost ready. And I even said it before, maybe even the IMF and the BIS is control as long as this settlement is delayed time and time again. Who knows? Because XRP is going to play a very important role in the very near future with moving the world's money. What you're holding is the greatest cryptocurrency of all time. All you have to do is hold it long enough. Stay patient long enough. And all of a sudden, one day you're going to wake up and it's going to be the most exciting day you've had when you look at how much your investment has grown overnight. Because once XRP goes, it's going to absolutely blast off. Until it happens, stay patient, stay positive. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.